Hey guys, welcome back to the Lucy Show. Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome, Kambasi. Thank you for being first. Everyone in the stream, as usual, if you're new or you've been here for a while, please make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Ring that notification bell and destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Have some weird, I guess, stories to share and go over today. As usual, always do your own DD, entertainment purposes only. Sometimes when I read the news, I'm just not sure how real it is anymore. But this one is from Memezar. Putin's bodyguards collect his poop on trips abroad and take it back to Russia. Again, I was thinking maybe that was a joke, but I don't know. You guys be the judge. I was a fool to believe that he rode a bear at one point, and that was thanks to the internet. So I'm just not sure anymore. But it says over here, President Vladimir Putin's bodyguards collect his poop when he travels abroad, according to a report from two investigative journalists. According to the article, the responsibility for collecting Putin's feces lies with the Federal Protection Service, the department tasked with protecting Putin and other government officials. Such excrement collections happened during Putin's visit to France on May 29th, 2017, and during his October 2019 trip to Saudi Arabia. And again, I don't know how true this is, but it sounds really funny to me. I'm just going to go with believing in it because this seems more believable that Putin has bodyguards for his poop than him riding a bear. But I did believe that he possibly rode a bear. So yeah, pretty believable, I guess. I don't know what's the point of guarding his poop or bringing it back. The only reason I could think of it is not wanting to leave a trace of his DNA behind. But then that would get really complicated because does that also mean you can't go outside like public places and get haircuts because you're also technically leaving DNA behind? Or if you're drinking a glass of water, then you're also leaving DNA behind. I don't know. It gets really tricky afterwards. So maybe I believe this like 90%. There's still 10% of me that's like, I don't understand why people need to collect your poop afterwards. But this post makes it seem very realistic and says that there's a video of 6 people accompanying Putin into the bathroom. And then there's a guy with a briefcase. And there's even an image of what's inside the briefcase, but that just looks ridiculous. There's like a roll of toilet paper and newspaper inside, a spot to hold the poop. I just don't know anymore, but I thought that was pretty hilarious. Okay, some not so hilarious news though. Today, for any of you guys that live in California, I guess in Southern California, I saw news that there was this massive thunderstorm and it looked like this. It was pretty crazy. I definitely felt like I have been seeing flashes middle of the night slash early morning. So definitely heard lots of crazy sounds. And it's just so insane because I don't think I've ever heard thunder this loud before in my life or lightning flashes so grand. Sometimes it makes me question, like, is it possible that this is controlled? Because I've heard from people that there are countries out there that have control. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but I've heard that there are countries out there that have control of weather bombs or just like basically controlling the weather. I have not heard that the US is doing this or can have the ability to do this, but just going to say, at least my experience, this today, Wednesday morning, was the wildest, loudest thunder I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, and it was like just strange. It felt like a bomb was going off multiple times on repeat. And like the moment, because usually like I feel like during thunderstorms, it just seems more smooth. You hear it and then it slowly starts, but it lasts longer. Today's was really strange, at least what I witnessed. It was so sudden. you just hear like this crazy loud crash of a, like, it's almost like, I don't know, like a bomb went off or something. Not that I would know what a bomb went off sounds like, but it just sounded like, I don't know, like 5 bombs going off. Super scary. And all of a sudden you get like this massive downpour of rain, and then it just stops completely, and then it's sunny again. Just literally, it felt fake. I mean, again, I don't think even if they were doing testing with like weather stuff, the government, that we would ever really know. But today something bad happened. It was on the news that a woman and dogs were killed by lightning strike in Pico Rivera. So let me read this. This is from ABC 7 News today. Home surveillance footage from her landlord shows what may have been 52-year-old Antonia Mendoza Chavez's final moments. Woman killed by lightning strike while walking dogs in Pico Rivera identified. This is literally like my biggest fear. One of my biggest fears ever is getting struck down by lightning, and not in a TV show where animated and whatnot, you end up possibly getting superpowers or whatever. By the way, guys, all of you in here that have not checked out my new link pinned to the top of the stream, it is Moomoo. Go ahead and grab your free stocks if you haven't already, just by depositing $1 with Moomoo, this new app that I just started yesterday. Definitely check it out because they have a promotion till the end of July where if you just deposit $1 after opening up a new account, Moomoo will provide you 6 free stocks. So link down below and pinned to the top of the stream. Smash the like button, subscribe so I don't have to say it. Thank you, my mods. I already clicked like. Thanks, Danny. Wait, yeah, lightning was crazy today. GB Love says, I am pretty sure Thor was here. Well, yeah, this I don't think Thor would want to do to anybody. So definitely a very unfortunate, terrible day for this lady. It says Pico Rivera, California. The woman who was killed by a lightning strike in Pico Rivera. I feel like this has happened in the past, but it's just, I guess I've never really witness really terrible like lightning strikes, thunder, and then see it on the news on the same date. This is probably like my first experience, so it is pretty wild to me. Reading this feels really unreal. The woman who was killed by lightning strike in Pico Rivera Wednesday has been identified, and home surveillance footage shows what her landlord believes were her last moments alive. According to authorities, 52-year-old Antonia Mendoza Chavez and her 2 dogs were killed by a lightning strike Wednesday morning, which just, like, I cannot even fathom like the power of the strike. Paramedics and police were called to the area of Rembank and Mines Avenues near the San Gabriel River around 8:50 a.m. Pico Rivera City Manager Steve Carmona said Chavez was found deceased on the path with her 2 dogs. She had apparently been struck by the lightning as storms moved through Southern California in the morning. Eyewitness News spoke with Gloria Colocho, who said she was Chavez's landlord. She told ABC7 Chavez walked that trail every morning. Oh my God. Eyewitness News spoke with Gloria Colocho, who said she was Chavez's landlord. She told ABC7 Chavez walked that trail every morning. Okay, well, sorry, I just reread that. Colocho shared footage from her Nest camera showing what she claims is Chavez's walking her dogs Wednesday morning. I called her and texted her and didn't answer, and the message was not delivered to the cell phone, said Colocho. I called her and it went straight to voicemail, and from there I had this feeling that it was her. I checked my camera. She left around 7:30 a.m. and I see her with her 2 dogs, and she left the house and she hasn't come back at all. The city warned its residents in the area to stay inside until the storm passed. We should all be cautious with this activity that's in the area, Carmona said. We want everybody to be careful. There's a lot of instability in the air. Just be careful and do your best to stay indoors at this time. There have only been 9 fatalities in the state since 2006. And this was the first one this year. Again, I don't get it. What does it mean? There's only been 9 fatalities in the state, as in 9 fatalities by like what, crazy thunderstorms? That's wild. It doesn't really explain over here, but I feel like 9 is A lot. You know, like that saying where they're like, there's more chances you'd be struck by lightning like 7 times than winning the lottery? But you would think that it's so hard to be struck by lightning. The nation as a whole sees about 6 deaths by lightning through June 22nd in an average year. Wow. About 6 deaths by lightning through June 22nd. News of the tragedy was disturbing to residents in the area. I'm scared, said Mary Perez, who lived in the area. I told my granddaughter and her friend she's not walking to school. I'm taking her. I think more about the lightning. Not that I never thought about it. I didn't think it could really do that. It's just awful. Awful indeed. And it makes me think back to all the times where I have walked in lightning. I've actually I remember as a kid, I was so reckless. I would go out in the pouring rain and I thought it would be fun. And I would be swinging on the metal poles. There would be swings. And I would just swing by myself. Was a very strange, I still am a strange person. I was a strange child. Still a little bit strange. Hi there, Zombie Doge. Thank you. Yes, smash that like button, guys. It's totally free to hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. We have too many letter agencies in this country. We need less government, Alan says. Putin may have 2 to 3 years left, Henry says. What? Hellos. Yeah, one of her tenants saw her walking towards that park with her Nest camera. The woman killed was her landlord. Oh, okay. I thought it was DARPA, but I could be wrong. LOL. Smash like, subscribe so I don't have to. I think DARPA, is that what you mean by the created weather? Well, whatever it is, I don't think any government, if they were working on anything and then it ended up killing someone, would ever admit to it. So again, these are just out of my imagination. I don't think we have any proof to say that it was created by anybody, but I gotta say it was weird and it was the loudest I've ever heard it. I'll let you guys know if I hear more lightning, more thunder, hear more thunder, and see more crazy wild lightning. Um, Comparable to today, but today was really, really out of whack. It felt like it was not real. Um, or maybe it's because California has been dealing with massive droughts, and today I don't know what happened. It doesn't even feel like summer. It was just so weird. Um, yeah, Danny, very weird day indeed. Hey, Luke, don't cancel Luke, LOL. He's cool, it just jokes, but I don't know what he said, LOL. Henry Beadle Jr. says, what? I don't know. I don't think I can't see everything on the chat, but Luke, as long as you're not breaking any massive rules on YouTube, I don't think the mods will delete you or don't say stuff that will get you flagged. Yep, could seating is real. Studied some basic stuff in college. We wait, Smash and Alan. What? Uh Look up the video lightning hits electric fence, X-ray says. I do have a video here, and I'll show some of you guys that are not in California and we're not, I mean, even if you live in California, it doesn't mean you got to see this. You might have heard it because it was darn loud. This is ABC News. The downpour was nuts. It's just, yeah, as you can see, massive lightning strikes. I I can't even imagine being striked by lightning. And I don't know, the lady and the 2 dogs. It's oh, that would make sense. It depends on maybe what type of chains were on the dogs. I'm thinking if it's some type of a metal that was, because if it was a lightning strike and then it just striked on her, and then the 2 dogs, if she was holding a cloth material for the leash, it wouldn't have connected. But then if she was holding maybe a metal conductor, like a metal leash, is that maybe why that the dogs also passed away? I don't know. Or just the simple impact maybe of the lightning. I don't really know the science of it, but maybe just the impact of it, it would just, it's so grand that it takes up that much space. Because I guess in my mind, I used to think it would just be a very thin but powerful like strike, but maybe it's like a huge strike, because when you see it in pictures it just looks very thin, but that's because like it's probably really far away. Likely leather leash. That's why sporting events get postponed during lightning. Metal can be anywhere. That's why it was definitely not very wise of me as a child to go and swing on the swings when it's raining like crazy. I could hear the thunder. I feel like as a kid, I did a lot of stupid stuff, and I'm lucky to be alive. I don't know, Danny, Luke, Henry, Beetle Jr. says. No one gets banned here, Luke. Why is Luke asking to be banned? Henry, Danny wants to ban me, lol. Is he a newbie? He doesn't know I am a dinosaur on here. I remember when I was in LA and I actually rained. The water washing down the streets was literally black, Ellen says. Well, yep. I mean, I'm not shocked because LA is not the cleanliest of places. Yeah, definitely the city needs to spend more money on cleaning up the streets. All right. Oh, this I thought was kind of like strange but interesting, like Black Mirror. So I saw this on CNBC today. It says Amazon demonstrates Alexa mimicking the voice of a deceased relative. Remember that Black Mirror episode where like somebody passed away, but then you could like still talk to them if you like program something and it sounds exactly like that person. So it's like you bring back that person into a machine and then you're like talking to the seas. I think it was like a husband and a wife situation, but that just kind of reminds me of that. But it reads here, Alexa voice assistant, even after they've died. Rohit Prasad, senior.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Okay. I knew I shouldn't have said that too loud. Rohit Prasad, Senior Vice President and Head Scientist for the ALEXA team, detailed a feature that allows the voice assistant to replicate a specific human voice. In a demonstration video, a child said, ALEXA, can Grandma finish reading me The Wizard of Oz? ALEXA confirmed the request with default. Robotic voice then immediately switched to a softer, more human like tone, seemingly mimicking the child's family member. Would you use this feature? So I'm going to ask you guys if you would use this. Like, if you miss a family member, would you turn your ALEXA into the voice of your deceased but loved family member? I will tell you guys my answer later, but would you turn into fam member that passed? Well, I mean, that sounds weird. I'll put voice. Otherwise, we're going to get into that whole, South Park episode. So you guys went away on that one. I'm just curious what you guys think, and I will let you know my answer. Hector, the dude, says, hi, Alan. No, never. Does anyone want to move to the woods with me off grid? Start our own society, Alan says. Wait, so are you already in the woods with you? Are you already in the woods and you're just asking people to join you in the woods? Or you mean you don't live in the woods and then you want to live in the woods? Don't let anybody stop you if you want to live in the woods. Hector, hey man, I finished Obi-Wan. Oh yeah, how is that? Wait, which streaming service is the Obi-Wan thing on? It's not. Is it Disney? It's not Disney, right? Oh my god, there's too many. I always wanted to watch Only Murders and the Building with Selena Gomez and like Steve Martin. I still didn't watch that one either, but I feel like they're like deep into the series, so I'm gonna be so late. Disney. Okay, yeah, it's okay. All right, all of the Star Wars stuff is probably Disney then because they bought the rights to it. Okay, 89% of you guys. I'm glad we are on the same wavelength. But no judgment if you did choose yes. Mourning and grieving is a hard thing to do, but I am gonna go with the no. At least. Yeah, I know, like, I have close family members whom I miss, that I could put that into effect. I wouldn't want to because I would find it like, I don't think I could define the line between reality anymore, because if the more I rely on it, the more it'll feel real. And then as it speaks to me in my family member's voice, I would just feel weird. Like maybe I'm going to end up talking too much to it and then kind of applying emotions that shouldn't exist to a machine. And then I feel like it could, not saying that this is Amazon's goal, but I feel like it could, as these machines usually try to sell you stuff, it would have a heavy advantage. Like if it's talking to you in the tone of your beloved family member and it's asking you like, "Hey, do you want to buy like another ALEXA or another like 3 more lamps, 8 more pots?" Like I feel like it's gonna have an edge over you. I don't know. And also I feel like it's just better to get over things, um, grievance and whatnot in a healthier way of just accepting that it's over. Buy another Bitcoin, Danny Lau says. Yeah, I think probably overboard, but I also did not agree with that Black Mirror episode, so didn't sit well with me. I don't plan on ever doing it. I feel like it's just gonna keep you kind of attached to the past. And I don't think, like, I like to think of it in the perspective of if I passed away, would I want my loved ones to turn me into like a teddy bear and speak to them or like a machine? And I don't think I want that. I would want them to just move on and then remember me for hopefully only the good stuff. Boba was okay, has some cool moments. Henry says he was supposed to be a badass. LOL. Hi there, Chilton. Boba was, wait, what? No, Alan, nobody wants to live with you. Zombie Tosh Army. That's rude. I'm sure there are many people down to live in the woods, forest. Yep, 80 acres. That's huge. No, a dead fam's voice would be creepy. Luke's food and travel says, Alexa, top coins for 2024. Henry Beadle Jr. says. So is it okay? So it's good. Obi-Wan is good in your opinion so far. I don't think I am so late on the Disney stuff. Like I'm amazed I even finished WandaVision, but I really, really wanted to watch that. I think the next one I would want to watch from Disney is like a super old one. Loki. I didn't watch Loki, but I heard that Loki was really good. LMAO, that's rude. On blind canine. Hi, children. Oh wait, Chill says, "Well, Lucy, I'm on again." Yeah, girl. I caught you just as I finished my workout. That my blind doggy interrupted. LOL. What? But Lucy's voice. The next. Oh gosh, I don't want to be the new one. I don't. I would hate to kind of be that sound because I feel like as much as I love my machines, no, 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 no. I like. I think I like the accent. I feel like for me, it's just my voice is not entertaining enough as ALEXA. Do you stream every night at this time, Lucy? Not every night. Not every night. Whenever I feel like it, but I try to be here, if not every other day, at least a few times a week. But I think I've been on a pretty nice streak where like I'm here minimum every other day, and then sometimes I'm here like every day. So, but when I do start the streams, it will be around like 10:30 p.m. PST, 10:34 p.m. PST generally. Um Zombie Doge Army's like, I love you, Alan. Disney stock is at 52-week low. Should I buy Leak Suit and Travel? I don't know. We have a lot of Disney fans in here. I'm long on Disney, period, even though I do not hold any Disney stock. I don't hold any Disney stock, but I don't know. I'm just such a big fan of Marvel, and I feel like my children's children and people 100 years from now are probably going to be watching the newest Marvel movie on Mars. Like, and there's going to be a Disneyland on Mars, I think, in the next 100 years. Like, that's how much I believe in Disney. So, not financial advice, but I'm a believer. I just think even with all the negative news and like, I don't know, all the political stuff with like Florida right now, I think they'll get over it. They know how to make money. I mean, I'm a really frugal person, and for me to be willing to pay for a pass to Disney and also on top of that spend so much money on parking and which by the way is totally unfair. Last time I parked at Disneyland, I asked the people taking my tickets, or asking for payment. I was like, "So when celebrities come here, do they also park here?" I'm like, "I highly doubt it." And the lady was like, "Yeah, no, they don't. They don't park here like us peasants. They have a special parking area, and they have like special like there's like." I think if you're a celebrity or you work for Disney, you get like special treatment. So you have like a separate entrance. You obviously get to skip the lines and whatnot. Or if you could pay for it, you probably just buy out all day. I don't know how expensive that is. Marvel has no stock, but Marvel does. Henry Beale Jr. says, "Hi there, Jim. Welcome to the stream. Wish I had sold some Disney a while ago." Alan says, "Okay, so you're holding on to it." I've definitely swing traded Disney in the past, but it's never been like a long-term hodl for me, even though I do believe in it. There's too many good companies out there. That is the problem. Can't buy everything. Lucy will be in cars. Henry, you really want me to be a car, don't you? If I was a car, I'd probably be an orange or a yellow car. I don't know, kind of vibe with that. Okay, last but not least, I think I touch upon all of the random. There's so many news, but I'm just trying to bring up like on these late night streams, the news that like really catches my eye, or I'm at least able to, some news I just can't talk about it. I'm very careful around the YouTube flags, so I try not to bring up too much sad or bad things. But Bill Cosby calls verdict an astonishing victory after jury finds he sexually assaulted a 16-year-old in 1975. So this is actually the second post. I didn't even know. Like, I always hear stuff about this Bill Cosby person whom I've never really watched. I think he's famous for a TV show or something, right? But I've always, heard stuff about him and like lawsuits or whatever. But I don't know too much. It's shocking to see that he's on the news again for bad things. Um, but I saw this yesterday and it said civil jury finds Cosby sexually abused Socal, Southern California teen in 1970s, orders him to pay $500,000. So again, do your own DD. This is just the post from ABC, but I'm assuming if that was like she was a teen back then and it was from that many years ago, like 50 years, 52 years actually. That's probably how she looks like now. That's obviously Bill Cosby, and that's her. And it says a civil jury has determined Bill Cosby sexually abused a SoCal woman when she was 16 years old in the 1970s. Here's the kicker. That he abused a SoCal woman when she was 16 in the 1970s while at the Playboy Mansion. Like, what? He has been ordered to pay $500,000 in damages. So I get why he's paying her the money, okay, for the abuse. You're going to have to look into the case to see what type of details that the jury found or whatever. But why aren't we talking about why was she at the Playboy Mansion at 16 years old? I mean, I knew it was the 70s, and I feel like the laws just obviously were not like the laws in 2022. But isn't there a rule? Is anybody from the 70s? Can you please tell me this Playboy Mansion place? Isn't there laws? Isn't there laws that you shouldn't have a 16-year-old there? I mean, Hugh Hefner, I know, is no longer with us, but is someone not going to also pay this woman money for damages, psychological damages, maybe? I don't know, for just being there, or how was she there? Like, who gave her the consent to be there? Where were her parents? Like, there's so many questions behind this. But anyways, I'm going to read why he thought that this is a victory, because I don't know how this is a victory. But it says on Yahoo, Bill Cosby calls verdict an astonishing victory after jury finds that he did assault the 16-year-old in 1975. Yesterday, okay, blah, blah, blah. In the wake of the verdict, Cosby's team is calling it an astonishing victory, it says. Yesterday, actor and comedian Bill Cosby was awarded an astonishing victory by jurors in a civil trial brought by Judy Huth, reads a statement from Cosby spokesperson Andrew Wyatt. the jurors decided to grant Judy Huth with a $500,000 verdict, but voted 9-3 in favor of not rewarding Miss Huth any punitive damages, which we learned from the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. There's the damages that, well, Johnny Depp basically got like what, 10 mil from Amber Heard, and then the 5 mil was supposed to be punitive damages, but because of the state in Virginia's rules, it was only like 350 capped. So that's what we know about the punitive damages. And it says, hold on. And it says, it's strange to consider a verdict which confirms Cosby sexually assaulted a minor any sort of victory. However, the part they seem to celebrate concerns the punitive damages, which, if awarded, would have been deemed Cosby acted with malice, oppression, or fraud, meaning he would have to pay a lot more money, which is crazy. I guess that means what happened with Amber Heard is that if the jury, which the jury did, award punitive damages to Johnny Depp as well, then that means they did see her with some form of malice. Does that make sense? I'm not sure, but that, I guess that would mean she was acting purposefully, because otherwise you shouldn't get the punitive damages. I want to say it's more like a punishment, right? Henry Beadle Jr., again, do your own DD. This is not legal advice, entertainment purposes only. I bought the dip. Syndicate Hunter, now what? Zombie Doge Army says he wasn't there last time. That's what I meant, Ellen. No, me kitty, that's a bad Mr. Kitty. This is Popeye. I don't know why that always makes me laugh. I could just picture Carmen saying that. Wait, hold on. And I wait, sorry. Isn't Bill Cosby very old now? Style Cool says. Yes. I mean, this is a case from the 1970s. nearly 50 years ago, I guess, because it's from 1975. So almost 50 years. Wait, hold on. It says, which, if awarded, would mean that he acted with malice, oppression, or fraud, meaning he would have to pay a lot more money. Despite the victory, Cosby's lawyer, Jennifer B., plans on appealing the verdict, stating Huth will never receive a payday. Interesting. Within a few weeks, attorney Jennifer Bonjean will be in Judge Craig D. Carlin court to appeal the $500,000 verdict, which means that Ms. Huth will never receive a payday from Mr. Cosby and her estimated mounting legal bills. $3 million plus. Oh my God, this woman's legal bills are $3 million plus, and she was only gonna get $500,000. That's nuts. With Alred, Morocco, and Goldberg will be outstanding for many years to come. The statement says, if the jurors had awarded punitive damages to Judy Huth, it would have been in the range of $10 million plus, which would have been a devastating loss to our legal efforts and the Cosby family. Wow. For some reason, after the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, I thought that punitive damages weren't that big of a deal because he was awarded $10 million off of the actual damages. Is that what it's called? Or the damages? I know there was another legal term for it, but for the damages that Johnny Depp had, that was 10 mil. And then punitive damages was only like 5 mil, but then it was capped. So then he ended up getting that much. So I always thought that punitive wasn't that much, but I guess punitive in this case was going to be a lot of money. Huth's representation, the attorney and women's rights activist Gloria Allred, pushes back against Cosby's statements, saying he should be held and was held accountable for what he did to her. Mr. Cosby spokesperson appears to be trying to snatch victory from the jaws of Mr. Cosby's significant defeat. Alfred tells Variety. Ms. Huth has no legal bills for fees with my law firm. The $3 million legal bill that Mr. Wyatt cited appears to be a figment of his imagination. In the alternative, it may be that the $3 million amounts is what Mr. Cosby had to spend to hire countless lawyers over the years in his unsuccessful effort to defend himself from Ms. Huth's lawsuit. Okay, so I guess they're clapping back like, what are you talking about? There's no actual $3 million. Wow, I thought that this would be stuff that like just be public information that you can't make up and say that someone owes these legal bills. I mean, with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's, I don't know how much Johnny Depp ever paid, but I think the estimate for Amber Heard's legal bills off of either Law and Crime Network or Fox Network, the people that were just chatting about it. I think like a random number estimate that was thrown out was like she had spent probably like couple million onto the lawyers for the 6 weeks. And that doesn't seem shocking. I mean, that's like a huge case that was all over the US. Additionally, in his statement, Cosby claims to have spoken with 2 jurors following the verdict who told him you didn't deserve to be in this court. Okay, Mr. Cosby, along with his team, has always remained steadfast in his innocence, and we never played in the sewer nor gutter. But most importantly, we stayed on the mountain. Top ethics, integrity, truths, and facts, Cosby's spokesperson said. The Cosbys are thankful to those particular jurors who removed their bias and ruled on the evidence and facts of this case. But he still lost. Whatever. Very confusing stuff, but none of this stuff answers my real question, which is how the heck did a 16-year-old get into the Playboy Mansion? Guess I'll never know. Zombie Doge Army, Mr. Amor. Hi there. Hi, Lucy. Poll request, please. Okay, yeah. What do you want to ask before I go? Before I hop off and find myself another TV show or movie to watch. Hey, zombie, want a burger? Cooking them now. What do you guys like? Right next door to each other or something? Imagine if we're all like living in one town and I'm just like, we're all like super close in like one city or one town. And we're just doing these live streams, or I'm doing these live streams, and y'all can just like literally meet each other in real life and hand each other burgers. I don't like veggie burgers, Latco says. Not even close. Wait, come on. Mr. Amor, what is your, I'm trying to see if I missed something in the chat, but I don't think you told me what you want to put on the poll. Feel free to let us know. Which is more popular to you all? Twitter, I feel like that's something I definitely had asked at one point, but I feel like it's totally biased depending on what platform I used to ask the question. But since we're on YouTube, I feel like people would say YouTube. Okay, but let me end this poll over here where now I know nobody wants their deceased family members to speak to them over a machine. Okay, so TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter. Okay, I feel like nobody goes on Facebook anymore, so it's really just IG. But if I have the ability to do 5 options, I'll put it in. Okay, Luke. I actually did gain, of course, but if you had watched my weight loss video or my weight loss diet journey, I've actually lost, and not that it's any of your business, but I'm actually down like, I want to say like 5 pounds. Yeah, I've actually dropped 5 pounds in the last 13 days. It's wild. I'm trying to keep it off, but I'm not weighing myself every day. Hold on. Which is, wait. Which do you prefer? I feel like because we're on YouTube, everyone's going to most likely say YouTube. I love cheesy poofs. You love cheesy poofs. Twitter. Honestly, I don't know. That is really hard. Insta. I feel like I'm constantly on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm just using YouTube to like do the talking, but I use a lot of Twitter and Instagram. Probably on Twitter and Instagram most of the time. But oh yeah, I'll put in Facebook. Oh, I don't get another option. Darn. Okay, guys, so if you vote for Insta, you might as well also just vote for Facebook because it's owned by Facebook anyways, aka Meta. But your last option is TikTok. There you go. I think YouTube can take over educational institutions, Mr. Amor says. Yeah, I guess. Who doesn't love cheesy poofs? What? Oh, man. I swear I don't have COVID. I'm just getting this, like, weird cough all of a sudden. So I'm going to have to go. 67% said YouTube. There you go. You got your answer. Anyways, thanks, guys. Thank you for joining me on the live stream. Don't worry, I'm going to be fine. Sometimes I just, like, get a weird breath of air and then my lungs are, like, weird. But I'm good. I'm going to go take a drink and see you guys on the main channel. Smash like button on the way out. Check out the 6 free stocks you can get with Moomoo with my link pinned to the top of the stream after you deposit at least $1. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.